Okay, everyone. Today we are talking about interesting place. I would like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We do not usually think cities have roads, lakes, and fields. But Vancouver is a clean city, a place that is good to live in because it has clean air, water, and land. Vancouver has the best parts of green forest and city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver as well as some of the advantage and disadvantage of this green city. Vancouver originally was a place where the native people of the area lived and traded. For thousands of years before Europeans came to live there in the 1800s, Vancouver asked the nation government to give the city 1,000 acres to use a park. They got the land from the government and started Stanley Park. That's this what the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with lots of parks has both advantage and disadvantage. First of all, let's look at some of the advantage. Obviously, Stanley Park is a large park, in fact, because it is located in the city of Vancouver. It is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, walking parks, trees, and even animals like black eagle, coyotes, and seals. As we know, lots of trees help clean the city air. Also, lots of parks gives people many places to walk, so there are healthy. Since Vancouver is near the mountain and the oceans, people can enjoy the outdoors easily during the warm, sunny summers. When people go to Stanley Parks, they can enjoy ancient trees as they walk near the oceans, or they can have fun by Bear Lake, which like Stanley Parks helps make Vancouver one of healthiest and cleanest cities in the world. Global warming is an important issue around the world. Recently, it has created problems in the western Great rainforest of India. Forests are important for slowing down global warming because of the work that trees do for us. Trees are global cleaners. They take in carbon dioxide, CO2, the gas that heats the atmosphere. So every time we cut down trees, we make global warming worse. Then global warming damage the forest more. More trees disappear because the change in temperature stops the normal growth of the forest. Nowadays, rainforests get less rain, and this is changing the way they work. Governments around the world are beginning to work on programs. Although governments say they will stop of damage to forests, scientists don't think the work is happening quickly enough. The scientists say that animals need The scientists say the forests are changing the animal and the plant that animal need are changing. In fact, scientists believe 45% of forest areas are going to change completely in the next 80 years. This is where the purple frog becomes important. A report tells us that the frog is in danger of disappearing. Forever, the frog can run very fast, make a noise like a small chicken, and is one of the most unusual animals in the world. Of course, for some people, the end of one type of frog is not important, but it is for Judas, a researcher from Delhi University, who discovered in 2003. For him, the problems of the people frog show what global warming is doing to the Indian forest. He explained that this interesting animal won't be around much longer if we don't take care of the forest. Thank you.
Okay everyone, today we are talking about interesting places. I like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We do not usually think cities have woods, lakes, and fields. But Vancouver is a green city, a place that is good to live in because it has clean air, water, and land. Vancouver has the best part of green forest and city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver as well as some of the advantages and disadvantages of this green city. Vancouver originally was a place where the native people of the area lived and thrived for thousands of years before Europeans came to live there in the 1800s. Then in 1886, at the first city meeting, the people of Vancouver asked the nation government to give the city 1,000 acres to use as a park. They got the land from the government and started Stanley Parks. This was the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with lots of parks has both advantages and disadvantages. First of all, let's look at some of the advantages. Obviously, Stanley Park is a large park. In fact, because it is located in the city of Vancouver. It is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, walking paths, trees, and even animals like bald eagle, coyote, and seal. As we know, lots of trees help clean the city air. Also, Lots of parks give people many places to walk, so they are healthier since Vancouver is near the mountain and the ocean. People can enjoy the outdoor easily during the warm, sunny summer. When people go to Stanley Park, they can enjoy ancient tree arts, they walk near the ocean, or they can have fun by Beagle Lake, which, like Stanley Park, will make Vancouver one of the healthiest and cleanest cities in the world. Global warming is an important issue around the world. Recently, it has created problems in the Western Ghats rainforest of India. Forests are important for slowing down global warming because of the work that trees do for us. Trees are global cleaner. They take in carbon dioxide, CO2, the gas that heats the atmosphere. So every time we cut down trees, we make global warming worse. Then, global warming damages the forest more. More trees disappear because the changes in the temperatures stop the normal growth of the forest. Nowadays, rainforests get less rain, and this is changing the way they work. Governments around the world are beginning to work on the problem, although governments say they will stop the damage to forests. Scientists don't think the work is happening quickly enough. The scientists say the forests are shrinking, the animal and the plant that animal needs are shrinking. In fact, scientists believe 45% of the forest areas are going to shrink completely in the next 80 years. This is where the purple fox become important. A report tells us that the fox is in danger of disappearing forever. The frog can run very fast, make a noise like a small chicken, and is one of the most unusual animals in the world. Of course, for some people, the end of one type of frog is not important, but it is for Betudas, a researcher from Delhi University who discovered it in 2003. For him, the problem of the purple frog show what a global warming is doing into the Indian rainforest. He explains that this interesting an animal won't be around much longer if we don't take care of the forest.
Okay, everyone. Today we are talking about interesting places. I would like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We do not usually think cities have woods, lakes, and fields. But Vancouver is a green city, a place that is good to live in because it has clean air, water, and land. Vancouver has the best parts of green forest and city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver as well as some the advantages and disadvantages of this green city. Vancouver originally was a place where the native people of the area lived and traded for thousands of years before Europeans came to right there in the 1800s. Then in 1886, at the first city meeting, the people of Vancouver asked the national government to give the city 100 acres to use as a park. They got the land from the government and started Stanley Park. This was the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with lots of parks has both advantages and disadvantages. First of all, let's look at some of the advantages. Obviously, Stanley Park is a lake park. In fact, because it's located in the city of Vancouver, it is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, walking paths, streets, and even animals like bear, eagle, coyote, and seal. As we know, lots of trees help clean the city air. Also, lots of parks give people many places to walk, so they are healthy. Since Vancouver is near the mountain and the ocean, people can enjoy the outdoors easily during the warm, sunny summer. When people go to Stanley Park, they can enjoy ancient tea as they walk near the ocean, or they can have fun by Bear Lake, which like Stanley Park help make Vancouver one of the healthiest and cleanest cities in the world. Global warming is an important issue around the world. Recently, it has created problems in the western jet rainforest of India. Forests are important for slowing down global warming because of the work that trees do for youth. Trees are global cleaners. They take in carbon dioxide, CO2, the gas that has the atmosphere. So every time we cut down trees, we make global warming worse. Then global warming damages the forest more. More trees disappear because the changes in temperature stop the normal growth of the forest. Nowadays, rainforest get less rain. Land is trying the way they work. Governments around the world are beginning to work on the problem. Also, governments say they will stop the damage to forests. Scientists don't think the work is happening quickly enough. The scientists say the forests are trying the animal and the plant that animal needs are trying. In fact, scientists believe 45% of the forest area are going to change completely in the next 18 years. This is where the purple fog becomes important. A reporter used that the fog is danger of disappearing forever. The fog can run very fast, make a noise like a small chicken, and is one of the most unusual animals in the world. Of course, for some people, the end of one type of fog is not important, but it is for visual that a researcher from than his university, who discovered it in 2003 for him. The problem of the purple fracture was global warming is doing to the Indian rainforest. He explained that this interesting animal won't be around much longer if don't take care of the forest.
Okay, everyone. Today we are talking about interesting places. I would like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It is one of most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We do not usually think cities have woods, lakes, and fields. But Vancouver is a good city, a place that is a good to live in because it has clean air, water, and land. Vancouver has the best parts of green forest and city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver as well as some of the advantages and disadvantages of this green city. Vancouver originally was a place where the native people of the area lived and traded for thousands of years before Europeans came to live there in the 18,000s. Then in 1886, at the first city meeting, the people of Vancouver asked the national government to give the city 1,000 acres to use as a park. They got the land from the government and started Stanley Park. This was the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with lots of parks has both advantage and disadvantage. First of all, let's look at some of the advantages of largely. Stanley Park is a large park. In fact, because it is located in city of Vancouver, it is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, parking, parks, park trees, and even animals like birds, egrets, coyotes, and seals. As we know, lots of trees help clean the city air. Also, lots of parks to give people many places to talk, so they are healthy. Since Vancouver is near the mountains and the ocean, people can enjoy to outdoors easily during the warm, sunny summers. When people go to Stanley Parks, they can enjoy ancient trees as they walk near the ocean, or they can have fun by river lakes, which like Stanley Parks helps make Vancouver one of healthiest and cleanest cities in the world. Global warming is an important issue around the world. Recently, it had created problems in the western Ghats rainforest of India. Forests are important for slowing down global warming because of the work that trees do for us. Trees are global cleaner. They take in carbon dioxide, the gas that heat the atmosphere. So every time we cut down trees, we make global warming worse. Then global warming damage the forest more. More trees disappear.
because the change in temperature stop the normal growth of the forest. Nowadays, rainforests get less rain, and this is changing the way they work. Governments around the world are beginning to work on the problem. Although governments they say they will stop the damage to forests, scientists don't think the work is happening quickly enough. The scientists say the forests are changing. The animals and the plants that animals need are changing. In fact, scientists believe 45% of the forest areas are going to change completely in the next 80 years. This is where the purple fog becomes important. A report tells us that the fog is in danger of disappearing forever. The fog can run very fast, makes a noise like an animal chicken, and is one of the most unusual animals in the world. Of course, for some people, the end of one type of fog is not important, but it is for Baidu Das, a researcher from Delhi University who discovered it in 2003 for him. The problems of the purple fog show that global warming is doing to the Indian rainforest. He explained that this interesting animal won't be around much longer if we don't take care of the forest.